everything that you want is a feeling. So if you are not willing to lean into your feelings, how the fuck are you going to be able to feel alive? Everyone tells you to do less and be more. But what does that actually mean when you are a woman who has responsibilities and shit to get done? I say do less consistently. Hello, ladies. I'm back, and today I'm excited to talk about I'm going to talk about habits a little bit, and I'm going to talk about how doing less consistently not only will make you emotionally uncomfortable, but that's exactly what you need to achieve the freedom that you crave. So, as always, I'm going to be getting on a little rant, and I've actually been talking about this a lot on other podcasts that I have been interviewed on. And recently I was on a podcast called Made for More with Carly Myers. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but you definitely need to go check her out. It's Made for More, M-A-D-E, like made, F-O-U-R, more, Made for More. Carly Myers, you can check that out anywhere podcasts are online. And we were talking about being emotionally uncomfortable. Of course, at the beginning of the year, I changed the podcast name. I went from Mama's in Control to Emotionally Uncomfortable. And the reason why I did that is because I still attract a lot of mothers that want to feel in control of their life. That's what you want and desire. But how to get there is you need to be willing to be emotionally uncomfortable. And just listening to the podcast is not going to do anything. You actually have to change your behavior. And we change our behavior through habits. And I would say in the last few years, probably in the last 2 years, I have drastically shifted and taken a good hard look at my daily actions, because there is this movement. Of course, there's always going to be movements because people, get on a bandwagon and then everybody else talks about it and whatever's trending. It's trendy to talk about cycle syncing right now. I remember when kale was trendy. I remember when pineapples were trendy, and it's just the world that we live in. And so everyone starts talking about do less, do less. And I don't know about you, but if you identify as a woman who wants change, who desires freedom, who desires alignment, who wants to feel good, doing less is actually not productive. There, I said it. Doing less is not productive because the belief system or the story around doing less and be more, 100% I agree that we need to slow down to speed up and to do all of that. But for somebody like me, when I hear that, I think, okay, actually take less action, which is true, right? Take less action and just be more like, just rest. Well, I have a lot of friends who rest and they're losing it. They're losing their minds. And I don't just mean like just do less and recharge and recover. What I mean is do the shit that matters. Okay? And well, I think that's what people mean is do less and be more, which means connect to how you want to feel. But what I think is where the wires are being crossed is people are like, they're using an all or nothing mindset when it comes to that. Like I'm either hardcore checking shit off my list and completely disconnected from my feelings and my body and my mind and my soul, and then I crash and burn, or I'm, on this month-long beach vacation. But what about integration? What about sustainability? So my thought is doing less consistently in alignment with how you want to feel. That is the path to freedom, right? So I'm a mother. I have 3 boys. They're 17, 12, and 10. I'm married. My health is a huge priority of mine. I have a company that employs many women. I have a thriving business. I have clients. I have friends. I got a lot going on. I have a lot of creative ideas, but everything that I have created has not come from specifically doing nothing. It has definitely come from being intentional. So, not always focused. It's very difficult to develop the skill of focus. But what I have learned over the years is to know your destination. And for me, when I'm teaching people, what I say is, what do you want? Do you want a new shiny car? Do you want $1 million? Do you want to deepen your relationship? Like, what do you want? Because I don't care what I want. This is about you. This is about your life. What do you want? And how do you want to feel in that life? And there's a way to teach you that. And that's what I teach you. How do you want to feel? And then you learn to reverse engineer your feelings based on your daily actions. And some people don't know how to do this because we've never been taught how to do this, which is why we hire experts. And when you do less consistently, what happens is you are focusing the two currencies that you have in your life, which are time and energy. You are investing those two currencies in your priorities to get you closer to what you want and desire and how you want to feel. Do less consistently. Freedom is a feeling. Freedom is a feeling. If you have ever traveled to another country with people who do not have the resources that we have in North America or wherever you are in the world, you may be listening to this. Some people are free because they actually don't have the added stress of all of the bullshit that we manifest and create in our mind and our lives and all of that. They do less. And it's not that they have less, they do less because their lives are simple. They eat, they work, they create connection, they do the things, right? They may be free, they may not be free. But my point is, you do not need to acquire more or do more in order to create freedom, to create peace, to create ease, to create alignment. Everything that you want is a feeling. So if you are not willing to lean into your feelings, how the fuck are you going to be able to feel alive? That's it, right? So, doing less consistently. So this is something that I've been talking a little bit about in my programs where I talk about this 60-minute rule. And for people who find 60 minutes overwhelming, like 1 hour a day, you can break it down to a 30-minute rule. And you can break those habits down into 10-minute increments. So I want you to think about 6 10-minute increments or 3 10-minute increments. And I want you to break those up into areas of your life that you want to improve. So let me give you an example. If I'm choosing to do less consistently because I now have a vision of where I want to go in my life, right? I have a vision of what I want and desire. And I've done the work. I know how I want to feel. I want to feel calm. I want to feel peaceful, whatever. And then I know the actions that I'm going to take. I'm simply just writing it out. I want to feel calm. I want to feel peaceful. Little micro habits. We are fucking perfectionists. These are little tiny, tiny, tiny micro habits, 10-minute habits. It could be a 10-minute walk a day, right? That's action number 1. It might be 10 minutes of just staring out the window. If you were like, holy crap, I'd never stop. It might be 10 minutes of reading a book. It might be 10 minutes of meditation or journaling. And then 3 action steps, depending on where you are in your professional life. It might be 10 minutes of sending out those emails that you're resisting, or sending those, DMs that you're resisting, going on Instagram for 10 minutes, showing your face for 10 minutes, right? It might be doing follow-ups for 10 minutes. It might be sending out invoices for 10 minutes. It might be looking to hire somebody in your business for 10 minutes. The whole point of the 60-minute rule is that you are creating 6 10-minute tasks. 3 of them are personal. 3 of them are professional, if that's what you desire. 3 of them might be personal to you, and then 3 of them might be personal, might actually be personal for parenting or your marriage or whatever that is. All 6 of them might be personal. You get to choose. And if 60 minutes feels like too much for you because you're in a chronic state of overwhelm, then let's call it the 30-minute rule. And you only get to choose 3 10-minute tasks a day. Now, the emotionally uncomfortable part about this is the stories and thoughts that you are going to tell yourself about why this simple rule is not going to work for you. Because our brain is addicted to instant gratification. And I will tell you, I wrote my book in 10-minute increments because my resistance was so bad, so great, so intense. My resistance was so intense to writing my book that I had to put on my calendar multiple times a day for 10 and 20-minute increments to write. And then after my alarm would go off, I would get up and walk away. And the magic of this was I did it consistently. And within a few months, my book was done. Because when I stopped and I did nothing, I said, I'll do it next season. I'll do it next month. I'll do it next year. Then I'll have time. But here's the thing. When you convince yourself that you don't have time, you don't create time. And so the 60-minute rule is here to actually heal your relationship with time, which ironically heals your relationship with others and yourself, because you learn how to reprogram your mind 10 minutes at a time. And this is going to be emotionally uncomfortable. So doing less consistently. I have had so much fucking resistance to this process that I find it comical. We can do things for 10 minutes. That is not hard. It is emotionally uncomfortable. And yet the compound effect of doing things consistently day after day after day is where the magic happens. And I've seen it in my own life. Sometimes I sit back and I go, oh my gosh, how did I get here? Well, I did this and I did this and I did this and I did this. And I am astonished by the results that I achieve by doing less consistently. So I decided, because I am up-leveling, and I've decided that I love to practice what I preach and I love to lead, I decided to do something live. So my team and I were brainstorming about, what do you ladies need? And what you need is accountability, you need integration, and you need support. You may or may not be ready for coaching, and that might be too much of a leap for you. You're like, holy shit, I'm going to vomit and poop my pants. I can't do that, right? That's too big of an investment for you. Time, money, energy. But what do you need? You actually need to do the work. You don't need more podcasts to listen to. although I'm still going to be podcasting. You don't need another book to read, although books are amazing. You need to do the damn work. You need to feel your feelings, and you need to do it consistently. So what I decided to do is actually create a habit challenge for you. It's a 10-minute habit challenge where not only am I going to teach you the 60-minute rule, but we are going to do it together, where you are actually going to create those 3 to 6 daily habits that are going to take you 10 minutes or less. Okay? We're going to do them consistently together. And the magic, the actual coaching begins in the action, because the shit that you're avoiding is going to come up in your action and your integration. So you're going to feel guilt. You're going to feel resistance. You're not going to want to show up. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is too easy. Let me overcomplicate this. Oh, I couldn't get it done today because I didn't hold boundaries. But if you are a woman who wants more and you are ready to eliminate overwhelm and you truly want to heal your relationship with time, which is therefore going to help you live a life that feels good, then I invite you to join us for our habit challenge. So you can go to heatherchauvin.com/10 minutes, 10 minutes, MINUTES, 10 minutes. Heather Chauvin, which is CHAUVIN.com/10 minutes. And part of the reason why I'm actually doing this challenge, so you're going to see when you go to that page, is it's a type form. So there's actually like 5 questions or 6 questions I'm asking you. The reason why we're asking you these questions is because I'm trying to essentially survey you. I want to survey you. I want to know, who are you? Are you raising children? Are you not raising children? Do you own a business? Do you not own a business? Are you a corporate woman? Are you not a corporate woman? Are you a childcare warrior? Are you in between careers? Are you full-time stay-at-home mom? Who are you? What's your soul craving? And the beauty of this challenge is it's free. It's 100% free. We also are doing it within an app that you'll see once you register. It shows you how to download it. I'm not sending you emails, daily emails. Everything is happening in the app. So we're going to notify you in the app. I'm going to send you the daily audio in the app. We're going to interact with you. We have team in there that are going to check up on you and be like, hey, how's it going? What's the resistance that's coming up for you? This is a community event and we're doing it live. It's starting in a few weeks. So head on over to heatherchauvin.com/10 minutes and we're going to make magic happen. This is a community event. This is my thank you as a podcast listener. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know your biggest obstacles. I know that there's a lot of self-doubt and overwhelm that shows up for people. Sometimes we don't even know what we want because we're just like, holy shit, life is just getting to me. So whether you want to grow in your career or whether you want to grow in your relationships with your children, your relationship with your partner, relationship with yourself, you just want overall fulfillment and peace in your life, check out the Habit Challenge. And if not, no worries. I mean, it's free. I'm not making you do anything. And if you don't join us, but you took value from this, the 60-minute rule, I really encourage you to go back to this podcast, take out your pen and paper and take notes, implement the 60-minute rule and send me a message on Instagram. I want to know, what did you put on your challenge? And what did you put on your 60 minutes? And doing less consistently. I want you to really think about this. Every action that you take, I want you to just stop for a second and ask yourself, just for a day, and go, is this in alignment with my bigger vision? On the daily, people ask me, hey, do you want to go for coffee? Do you want to go for lunch? Do you want to go for a walk? And I am so incredibly grateful that I am surrounded by people who actually want to be around me. And I just don't have the capacity. And so sometimes I say yes, and sometimes I just don't have the capacity. And I say, thank you so much. 100%, I want to be there. I just don't have the capacity right now. And it's not that I don't have the time. It's that my priority right now is to actually create more capacity, like more space in my mind and my body and my soul. If my priority is that, I have to act accordingly. And, so for some of you, your 10 minutes one day is going to be looking at your calendar, like physically looking at your calendar and being like, what can I move around? What can I say no to? How can I block time off? Like, that might be your daily task for 10 minutes. And then once the 10 minutes is done, you're done for the day. You have to ask yourself, well, do I say yes because I feel guilty? Yeah, no shit, right? I say yes to things because I feel guilty too. But we have to sit with our guilt. And sometimes it gets to me and sometimes it doesn't. And so maybe one of your 10-minute tasks is sitting with your guilt for 10 minutes and writing a daily love letter to your guilt and saying, dear guilt, why are you here? Why are you so big in my life? Dear people pleaser, dear boundaries, dear money. So for 10 minutes a day, that is it. It's that simple. Do less consistently and watch the freedom you crave show up on your doorstep. Are you ready to take back control of your time and energy? But the thought of where to start feels overwhelming. I created something for you. It's called the Energy Finder Quiz. Yep. This quiz takes less than 2 minutes and it helps you identify where to focus so you can conquer your dreams without feeling like you're failing as a mother. After coaching hundreds of women, helping them reverse engineer how they want to feel in their personal and professional lives, I started to notice 4 hidden skills that women must master in order to create the work-life balance that they crave. So head on over to Heather Chauvin, CHAUVIN.com/life quiz. heatherchauvin.com/life, LIFE quiz, QUIZ, and get started. I even give you specific podcast episodes to listen to based on your Energy Finder quiz results. The goal is to show you where to focus so you can regain your time and energy and become the woman you deeply know you are capable of becoming. heatherchauvin.com/life quiz.
Before I attended the business retreat, I didn't think that I had a solid idea to apply any of my learnings to. And now I feel so much more clear about my offering, the services that I'm going to be providing to somebody. And I can safely say that before I didn't think I had anything to apply this to, I definitely do now. After attending the retreat, I'm so excited about the connections that I've made with some of the women in the community. It sparked a lot of new ideas that I would have never thought of on my own. And I'm really excited to be able to take my learnings and test them out, beta test. So it's go time. This experience has been really unique for me because you get the opportunity to pressure test some of your ideas. You get paired up with folks that you wouldn't normally pair yourself up with. And it gives you the opportunity to take everything that you're learning and put it into practice almost immediately. So we're trying out things, we're testing things, we are bouncing ideas off of each other, and it's a safe space. I think that's the best, most unique part about it is it's a safe space for everybody to just be exactly who they are and show up wherever they are, and just take it a step further.